Link to stream. Is stream going? Receiving content. We are live. We are live. It's alive. And there's a link to stream. So, and now we get the wonderful joy of the screen looks all messed up, and that's because every time I try and connect to OBS, it messes up the screen resolution. So someone tell me if it looks weird in chat, because I can't see the chat right now. But, there we are playing Transistor. Now, you might not have heard of Transistor. You probably haven't heard of Transistor. It is a beautiful, beautiful game. I cannot put it into words. This is relatively early. This is a relatively early on save profile that I set up recently just to get used to playing the game again, so I'm just going to reset my progress on this, and I'm going to shut up for the intro sequence, because I'd ruin it. I would. So, yeah. Here we go.
We're not gonna get away with this, are we? Come on, pull. There. Together again. Sort of.
So, yeah, no, whatever this thing is, we just pulled it out of that corpse. The tooltip on it said, kills today, 1. Now, substance control, discovered.
What a night. You're still in one piece. That's all that matters.
So, yeah, this is the thing. Wander around in this game, and everything.
We'll figure something out. Yikes. Found us already. They want you back, I bet. Well, so do I. Born again. Nice. Okay, let's go. Unmarked alley. East of the bay. Think I know where we are.
Oh, I wonder why they gave you Crash early on.
More of these creeps. Look, don't fret, just...
And this here is the gimmick of the game. This is called Turn. And it lets you queue up actions.
Do something. Right. Ready. Now.
When you kill one of them. Oh, and you get backstab damage. Oh. That's one of the fun things. There's a lot of like little things, so I'll explain more as we go, but you get bonus damage for getting backstab. Crash increases the amount of damage they take from their next attack, unless it's another crash. If you deal overkill damage, it says overkill. If you deal enough overkill damage, it says things like, do you even read? And you are me. But when you kill one of them, these things drop a cell, which will then respawn back into this enemy, and you don't get XP for killing more enemies. So
we're clear.
Level 20. But you don't get bonus point. You don't get more points for killing more of them.
Hey, up there. Hello, world. Look at all that. We're on the edge of town, 100 blocks away.
Gonna be a little while for this, but that's good. Magnification 10 times. While you're in term recovery, you can't use moves. So.
There's the empty set. Still too close to it. We better get as far from there as possible.
So whatever's going on, we're on the run.
Come on. Block party up ahead. Here we go.
Process. The arbitrary names they're given are just arbitrary based on the weight of the person. Okay, so that's going to wipe them out. These things don't spawn.
Get out of here.
Which makes things
She awake? Hi. You okay? I see. Sure. She wants to come along. We can use her.
I don't know.
She says hello. Her name's Lillian. Intersection. Let's see.
In that corner. Spark. Hey, definitely.
Wish it was raining. Cover your tracks. Rain's not even on the ballot.
So, this is another one of the gimmicks of the game. You get to pick things. Such as, in this case, the weather. You get to vote on the weather. So, I'm going to temporarily drop out and check the chat. So, since we're getting to pick the weather, and I can't make my mind up as to what to pick, I recommended rain, but rain's not even an option, so warm, clear, light breeze, or mild, scattered clouds. The voice game volume's pretty high. It kind of should be. The music is very good, but I see what you mean. Let's lower that a little. That better? I suppose mild scattered clouds. But no. User authenticated, welcome, red. So I guess we're called red. Yeah, which one? Because I am checking the chat, so... You have an opinion or just pick one? It's like I've got a coin on my desk. Oh, I've got a coin on my desk. I have a penny on my desk, even. Let's say heads is mild scattered clouds, tails is warm clear breeze. Head. Mild scattered clouds it is then.
Mild and inoffensive.
But it returns results. This doesn't do anything gameplay wise, does it?
Where were we?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it does. Biz, we've been ambushed. Well, I don't really think that matters. Oh!
Gross.
Those things have low health, but a really high firing speed. So they're basically just there to annoy you. That's not the last of them, there's more down here. Bearing on that one. Overkill, but who cares?
No problem.
I'm pretty sure the XP you get given isn't based on the number of enemies you kill, just on that you killed enemies. We go down here. Another OVC terminal. Response assisted. 16,384. Fashion Week.
Fashion Week not happening, huh?
67th annual Fashion Week on an unforgettable experience.
3 days this time.
I wonder who she is. We'll find out. We'll find out. That's RSVP.
Maybe next year.
I think you're going to want to reschedule. Maybe next year. I don't think this one spawns any...
Heading east.
I don't think that one spawns any bad guys. I might be wrong. But no, we've got to keep heading east. Apparently, I think we've got to get out of the city.
End of the plaza. It's you.
That's locked. Music in the background's pretty good. The music, by the way, is the spine. What's that? What's that? What the heck? I never noticed that before.
I'm so sorry, Red. They took your voice. I couldn't stop them. Well, we took something of theirs. Hey, let's just go. Come on, just go. Just...
Oh crap.
Young lady here.
Young lady here to see me. I hate these things. It says back tap for bonus damage. You're gonna want to do that. This thing has 250 health. And they teleport when you hit them. So you can't queue moves on them. Because they teleport. Oh, and they spawn ghost goblins, but those don't do anything. Oh, crap. Like I said, these are basically just cannon fodder. Yes, thank you. I've undone my last action. I've played this game before, you know. Oh, I missed one.
Okay. Side street due east. Through there. I think I know a place we could get a ride.
Can I do this here? Nah, it's not enabled yet. There's a thing. There is a soundtrack of this game. The soundtrack is beautiful. And I mean, really. Beautiful.
This didn't used to be here.
Okay.
Wait a sec.
Who's that on the other side? Oh, we've got turns, so... That's what that's called. Turn. Lets you take your turn, I suppose.
Let's pretend that never happened.
Moil. P. It is a good game, yes. The gameplay difference... There isn't a gameplay difference to the weather, it's just a choice. Everything in this city is founded on the principle of being able to... No, disposition, elusive, processed, 82%. Is founded on the principle of everybody. You all get your vote. You all get a vote. But that's what it is, a vote. The weather doesn't make a difference in the gameplay.
Hey, Mr. Moyle, you in there? It's him, all right, but I can barely hear him.
Jaunt. Jaunt is a short distance
Go where
teleport.
it suits you, right?
Kind of cool. But check this. Okay, so I've just used turn. And remember, while you're in turn recovery, you can't use a build. Nope. While you're in turn recovery, you can still use Jaunt. Jaunt is a wonderful get out of jail free card. But no, the weather doesn't change.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
Oh no.
Cut off our escape. Come on, there.
Let's dance. Breach is high damaging. Crash allows combo damage. He's got 600. He's got 600 goddamn health. Plus, he's got friends. He's got friends. There's a creep down here. There's another one over here. Hence why I'm.
Tough guy.
Oh man, I'm going. Let's dance. And teleport, and teleport, and teleport, and no. Because he does damage on contact with you. Let's do that and that. Oh no, there's just the one creep. Yeah, that should kill him.
Jerk.
You see how they get their names now? He calls them something, and that's what they're called for the rest of the game. Yeah, 225 backstab combo. Eat that!
Back where they belong.
Oh hey, I leveled up.
Hey,
Now, here is a choice that is actually important. We've got two abilities. Bounce, which causes things to bounce, and Mask, which basically increases damage. This is actually an important decision, so I've played this game a few times. I know which one I'd rather have, but to make the gameplay more interesting, which one do you think I should take? Because it doesn't really matter. If you want to stop and read one of these, go right ahead. Any particular recommendation? Yes? No? It doesn't matter which one I pick. This other one isn't lost forever. They come back later. But by the end of the procedure, you will have gotten all of them. There's a few you specifically unlock throughout the game, so since this choice actually matters, pick one. Okay. I'll just take bounce then. New function, bounce.
we're still here.
That's good.
Okay, you're in.
Basically, this lets me shuffle my abilities, so I could install bounce. Fun fact, each ability has two settings, active and upgrade. So if I wanted to, I could upgrade a function with this, and I'm going to. The chain reactive effect to most functions. So, right now we can't look at it, but there's a little later on there's a thing that tells you exactly what these two abilities do together, because a few of them don't quite do what you'd expect them to, or the active ability combination doesn't make any sense. For example, Jaunt transports the user to a location directly ahead, or allows most functions to be used during turn recovery. It's like, okay, that kind of makes sense, but what would happen if I were to put, say, bounce on Jaunt? Because Jaunt adds a chain reactive effect. What's a chain reactive on...
Just one more block.
What's a chain reactive...
Show you something.
What's a chain reactive on Jaunt gonna do? The answer is that's not what it does. It does something else. And I've never found a use for it, but we'll find out as we go. So, let's go.
Okay, there's a... Wait. Back.
Oh shit. He's got more health now. And something called retaliation mode. I never figured out what that does. As I think that means that when you hit him, you take damage. Backstab combo. I'm seeing if I can weaken up him and his friends. And it's up to Jaunt because I'm gonna have to run away after this.
Here he comes.
Crap, keep moving. Because I really haven't got the health for this. There we go. Here's a question, will that kill it? Not quite. Get the cell, because otherwise he's going to respawn. And the music changes when you in turn, that is an awesome feature. But that ability I put on, Breach. He's taking damage. Why is he taking damage? Breach now bounces from target to target. I just hit him in the back with Breach, and Breach is gone. There's nothing else in a straight line to hit here. Let me hit this guy instead. And it has. And I'm on less than half health. I should move. Let's see if I can do that without using turn.
They're gone, but so is this whole block.
This entire block was gone when we got here. Seriously. Nothing's changed. I mean, there's this. I do love this art style, by the way. The red and the white and the eyes on everything. And yes, the eyes on everything. Not everything bounces with bounce. Some things don't bounce with bounce. Did we get the... No. But I was going to say, it makes most of the conventional attacks bounce with bounce, but I don't know what it would do to Spark, because Spark is explosives, and Jaunt is teleport, but... I don't know. We'll find out in a little while.
Yeah, good call. That's our way out.
Motorbike. And,
About that bike.
Do love the art style of this. There's a bike. Condition, like new. And I'm gonna shut up for this section. So much I'm gonna turn off my mic, because the last time I did this I talked through this section and that kind of ruined things.
Okay, East 64 on-ramp. 5 blocks down. Take the second right. Do not turn left. And thanks for the lift. Hi. You turned left. Thought we were gonna skip town. We're going back there. You meant these things. They do not have a sense of humor. They will track you down, wipe you out, and take whatever's left of me back to those 2-bit Camerata pieces of trash. Look, whatever you're thinking, do me a favor. Don't let me go.
appears we're going to fight. We travelled 48 blocks on East 64 Expressway.
You always ride that fast?
Apparently. Oh no, is that enabled here? Oh, it is. You've lost your voice, remember? All you can do is hum. But you'll hum along to whatever ambient music is playing. Touching feature. Oh crap, they beat us here. I count a creep, 2 bad cells.
They beat us here.
3 bad cells. And he's gotten buffed so that he now does like a shotgun on triple damage. That's protected. I think he can still take damage. And I'm dealing that much because the bounce will do with everybody else. See?
Maybe not.
Okay, not everybody. Okay, so crash, and the second breach is just to deal with whatever's like left. Wait, no, crap. Wanna get the cell, wanna get the cell.
They were waiting. Thought we made good time, too.
It's not worth wasting a turn on those things when you can just hammer away at them with Spark. Spark does enough damage to kill them, and... Oh, hey, some kind of shot, maybe? Satisfaction's guaranteed. 38.
Not a soul. Hardly recognize this place without the foot traffic. Terminal's still up.
Oh, another terminal.
Must be starving. Sea monster's really the only choice here.
It kind of is, except, well, Mystery Giants, I don't know what we're gonna get. Harvest Garden, I'm not really a big fan of. Technically, I couldn't eat sea monster. I'm allergic to fish, but you know, so if we're going to just take a choice here, let's just pick a You pick one, because again, this is inconsequential. You pick one. He's not shouting. She can still shout. He's mostly humming, really, but... One would more like find an easier way to check the chat without having to tab out of the game, because every time I tab out of the game, the screen goes black. No, you pick, because this is... This is not consequential. Yeah, no, so... I pick one. He said sea monster's really the only choice here, but something tells me we're going to be hungry if we ever get this, so...
Or that. Just have to get back to your place before it gets cold.
We'll deliver to your address in 0 hours, 8 minutes. Have a good one, Junction Jams. Okay, so that wasn't too... Oh, fuck.
They're hungry too.
Is it trying to teach me not to walk into these? Because if so... Lesson learned. Oh, you just have to get like into point blank range with it? You want a melee, dude? I can melee. You're not going to survive the procedure, of course.
How about this?
Oh, there we go. And now there's just these things. These things hurt you, heal them. So they'll run away
themselves open for some greasy flatbread.
He changes what he says depending on what flatbread you get. Yeah, that's a sort of short distance travel thing.
Fertile ground. Never seen gold walk cleared out.
Function files updated. We've got function files now. So I'm gonna turn off the mic because when you listen to these there's little when you listen to these there's little audio files that play. So yeah. I'm curious as to what happens if you were to, for example, put Spark on Jaunt. So let's listen to what Jaunt has to say.
Preston Moyle. Guess he went out joyriding one night and never came back.
Yeah, and it gives you a story. And you unlock more of the story depending on how you use the ability. But it says, upgrade. So, putting Jaunt will stun and disrupt targets. Ooh, that actually sounds kind of cool. Jaunt and Breach will damage any targets along the user's trajectory. Jaunt and Bounce will cool down faster but transport shorter distance. So it doesn't bounce. And Jaunt and Spark will leave spark particles along the jaunt. If we're just going to play around, it does that. That is, that's kind of cool, but, no thanks. Let's see how this behaves. Yeah, it's a little faster, but a little shorter. I like the current range of the jaunt, though, so... yeah. But one final curiosity that I want to slightly appease.
Lillian Platt used to run the OVC. Said she left for personal reasons.
But it gives you a bunch of statistics, like age, gender, selections, reasons cited, trace status. But if I were to put... well, no, that... actually, what would Bounce do? Ricochet from its point of impact. Okay, this I gotta see. Wait, hold on, if I... oh. It bounces off things now. So if I just fire in a straight line, it behaves normally. But if I hit something with it, it separates off into... of course it does! It's like, one moment, I'm trying to remember, because I think a friend of mine did this once, and it amused the heck out of me. But, yes, I have a friend who plays this.
Looks promising. Maybe not for your knees.
I've never heard him say that. Nah, that doesn't seem as useful as I thought it would be. Nah, I think that's because he had load on there somewhere. Back to old stuff. Sorry, I'm just having fun messing around with the random things. I can see what you say in chat now, by the way. I've got it open on another device so I can take a look. Gold Walk channel. Street cars remaining. None.
No queue to get in. That's a first. This can't be the channel.
The heck is...
Guess what's inside?
well, crap, I didn't quite intend for that to happen, but there's a jerk in there. Oh, it's telling me there were cells down there. Well, I appreciate the cells, but right now I'm more concerned with killing this thing because he's a heavy hitter and he's going to do more damage to me than...
Do your worst, pal. I'm fixing the big guy. Is he gonna die? He's gonna die.
And that's going to set off one of the packets, and kaboom! Kaboom, kaboom, kaboom. Is it trying to heal the packet? Oh, how sweet of it. And it's point, let's not waste turn on these things because they don't have enough health.
All quiet.
And am I going to level up? I'm going to level up! Use level 3.
What do you see?
Load, which, load is fun, or switch. Again, I've picked both of these. So, I know exactly what both of these do. And I know I'd rather have load. But, well... what load does is load those packets that you saw. Load creates those. Or it buffs AoE to things. Like Spark. Switch alters target's allegiance. Or let other functions alter target's allegiance. Basically, whatever you hit with this becomes friendly. I'm thinking load. I'm thinking load. Have you got anything to say on the subject, or just I think I'll just go load. Yeah, let's go load. And the last packet off in the distance blows up. And there's another. And it's updated more function files. I'm not. Normally, I'm deliberately looking for the function files, but not this time. I'm curious. What would happen if I put load on Jaunt? Jaunt will do damage an area around the destination. Okay. So, if we now cast Spark... that's the area of the effect now. So... I've now got a badass shotgun. That's what I love about these things. All the abilities are just massively moddable with all the other ones.
They're saying everyone up and left. Nothing to see here. Admin's just towing the line.
So basically, everybody get out. Post comment?
Yeah, I'll say.
See, this is the city where everyone has a voice. I don't think anything really changes if you choose to be witty at them or not. I'm trying to remember... I think it's... because I know a friend of mine did something awful that looked something like this. Yeah, back. If you still have space for functions and you haven't used them, it complains.
Pop it.
Ooh! Ooh! I'm getting tingles. I'm doing that again. No, that's crash. Yeah, no, that's that is I fall by your earlier statement of oh neat, but back to where was I? I haven't played this in a while, so I'm still getting used to some of the mechanics.
Out of the channel in record time. 8 blocks off. Almost there. Trouble.
It's just more creeps and some weeds. Weeds are the ones that heal people. They're currently just called Process. Because Mr. Witty here hasn't got a name for them yet. And I'm calling him Mr. Witty because, well...
popping up like weeds.
See? Oh, come on. And I'm trying to kill them. as quickly as possible, because if you don't kill them as quickly as possible, they run and hide in the weeds.
Eat that.
How do they run and hide in the weeds? They heal. What do you mean by it's got a little more range to it now? There. Cramping foot, cramping foot.
Just passing through.
2 creeps, 5 reeds. And they're like, not reeds. No, reed is cool. I would not kill reed. Especially not like this. Note that there's a memory system to prevent you having like too much installed. Whichever function currently has the most memory allocated is the one that goes first. So that's 3 plus 2, so 5. So that's the first to go. That's also 3 plus 2, so that's the second to go. That's just 3, so that's the next one to go, and then crash, the last one to go because it's the least. So you always lose. You always lose the most important one first. Whichever one's got the most stuff in it. Not always the most important one, but it's often the most important.
Get ready to get jumped.
Oh no.
Or not. Let's not stick around.
Yeah, I can't remember what happens. Oh yeah, cheerleader. There we go. Lost connection to the chat for a minute. Occasionally you just want to stop somewhere scenic and listen to Red sing, okay? You can't do it in combat though. That would be weird.
Wish we could just sit and watch the world go by.
Yeah, but we don't get a choice. After all, we've hardly got a voice.
Got some kind of cheerleader this time.
That's a cheerleader. Cheerleaders are utter horrible units. They heal other units around them. Well, no, they don't heal. That's what the weeds do. No, these are worse. These just make a unit invincible. You can't hurt that unit. You can't. Doesn't matter how much damage you do, they're unkillable.
Now to mop up.
Oh no, oh no.
You're up.
I'm deliberately trying to keep my pace away from these things because it's not like they do a lot of damage, but they do enough to be annoying. I only got backstab damage on one of them, and he got knocked out of range of the ability because these things do have ranges. Jaunt doesn't actually do any damage to them, by the way. Unless you have something on it that lets it do damage to them. But no, that should do it. I'm trying to be conservative with my turns because the turn has a cooldown. The less turn you use, the faster the cooldown. You can't. There's a limit. You can have, at most, one ability loaded onto another ability. So, well, I say at most. Later on, when you level up, you get the ability to have 2 on an ability, but you've... Currently, all we've got is 1 on each, so... And there's the memory limit. So, at most, I'm only allowed to have 16 of these little bars engaged. That I only have 14 of these little bars available right now doesn't really change anything. But you can only put 1 on 1, so... as fun as it would be to have an ability with everything on it, you just can't do that. It's still a game. There are still rules. Which is a little disappointing. Later on, we can unlock secondary ability slots on these. So, I can start putting 2 on an ability. But you can't put the same ability on itself. So, I can't put Spark on Spark, or Breach on Breach, or crash on crash or bounce on bounce. You just can't. The game won't let you. Amphitheater pathway. Is there anything else around here? I think I might have missed it. I think earlier there was a ticket office and I might have missed that. But I'm just running around to see if there's anything around here. Nope. Don't get you farther than flourishing, so...
Hope you're wearing comfortable shoes.
Flourishing is the Q one. But no, I would totally do that, just for kicks.
Here we are.
Oh, no, auto changes my ability to 1. Thank you. And here's the city logo. Which looks a bit like an electrical circuit in a city.
Deserted. Unless you count him.
Who's he? Cracked Q. Processed, 84%. Disposition patient.
Hi. Where'd everybody go? Well, we're gonna get you out of here. He says the process wiped him out.
Oh.
He's too far gone.
Well, we didn't get anything from him. He's too far
They know
gone.
we're here.
Ah, it's a young lady. It's another young lady. And now she does double damage. And she has more health. Why is it always the spine that's playing whenever these things are around? Wait, no. No, oh crap. No, because if I hit it twice, it'll teleport, and the second attack won't do anything. And that'll then just waste turn, and the more turn I waste, the longer it takes to recharge, and the longer it takes to recharge. And oh crap, there's a cheerleader. There's 2 cheerleaders. So current objective, kill the cheerleader. Cheerleaders as quickly as possible. Because I need them. Fun, you can also overload on the same thing. Now you can't put combos on combos. You can't put combos. That would be awesome if you could, but no, you can't. Come on. Let's step back a little. Wait, no. Right, I can't. I can't do that. I might as well just try and hit as many in one as I can. Unfortunately, the oh, wait, she didn't teleport. She didn't teleport? Why didn't she teleport? Well, let's hit it twice and see what happens. Let's hit it 3 times and see what happens.
Still kicking, huh? Okay, get ready.
And
Look at him go.
here comes the... Oh crap, these have been upgraded too. And they deal damage 3 times as fast. Because they're the second version. You see why I went for the range upgrade on these things? Oh, come on.
I think I know where everyone went.
I think I know where everyone went. It's exactly better. But no, that guy we picked up just... Well... There is a for fun mode, I will admit. No, seriously, there kind of is.
They left the lights on.
There is a just for fun mode where it's basically just a bunch of enemies that don't hit back, so you can just hammer them with as much damage as you want.
What's the good word?
But you can't. Yeah, that
Hey,
one.
you made headlines. Not a word about the Camerata. Trying to keep everyone calm. Maybe they'll post a correction.
Basically, I'm fine, I'm not dead, don't worry about me. Available parking, 96%. But no, that guy we picked up was too far gone, he's too dead, we can't pick up anything off him. So no new abilities yet. He had a name though.
Let's have a look downstairs.
And people who are named get things later on, and this has updated more function files. But anyone who has a name might still have a function file, we just haven't unlocked it yet. But if we go downstairs, there's a bunch of empty seats apparently. And another terminal. Next month's show.
A little out of date.
Headline number 1.
Facsimile's finally gonna catch a break.
We're red. Should we vote for the people who were going to be against us just out of spite or something? Because we've got the choice. This is an older one that they've left in somewhere. And it's like red or facsimile. Red or facsimile. Because I can toss a coin for this. But considering we're red, it would be unsporting to vote for ourselves, wouldn't it? I could be this one. Yeah, let's vote for facsimile.
They never had a chance against the champ.
Nah. We would have run it. We would have won anyway.
Let's get back to it.
Huh? Oh. Because when we're not in combat, this is an environmental section where you're just meant to walk around and look at things. They've disabled turn and all the other abilities, so I can't teleport now. It almost sounds like birdsong in the background, but it's not birdsong. Sounds wrong.
When I first saw you up on that stage back there, it was like everyone loved you.
Seems triangles are a very
Everyone
prominent,
except for them.
very prominent theme. That's our microphone. Let's just serenade the empty auditorium. Because you have to progress. Last night. Well then, let's give them a show.
When you speak, I hear silence. Every word a defiance. I can hear, oh, I can hear. Think I'll go where it suits me. Moving now to a country
So, sorry about that, I left my microphone off. He, So, you sang for the crowd, they didn't like it, they tried to kill you. And he jumped in front of it for you. And he's currently trying to make himself feel better because all he can do now is talk and talk and talk because, well... This is a petition. It's a request.
Damn it.
Would you like there to be a bridge here? And if so, put your name. 65,536 additional numbers required. But no, it's an option. Come on. Come on. And there he is.
Hey. That you? Oh. Look at you. You're alive.
User signed off.
Me, I'm not so sure. Could use your help. Hey, say something already. Say something, will you? Oh no.
They took your voice. And...
She's here.
hello.
Look who it is.
S. Rise. 98% processed. Meticulous. Hello. Sybil.
Hello again, Sybil. You.
In circles is this piece of music. It's an excellent piece of music. So, she's got 600 health. That's okay. We've taken on things with 800 health. This'll be easy, right? Stun. Kill. Kill. Oh wait, crap.
Lost her damn mind. Okay, it's on.
She just didn't take any... She just stopped taking damage. And cheered off nearly half my health.
She must have felt that. She's back.
And now she has 800 health. I'm probably going to lose one of my abilities on this fight. Because that's what happens when you die. You lose an ability temporarily. Don't blame never be sorry for... I'm just gonna try and do hit and run here because there's no way in hell I can take...
She's patching up.
Yeah, that's gonna kill the weed. But unfortunately, it's not going to kill her. Actually, no. Let's wait for her to come to us. What do you mean out of range? She's right there. Eat this.
Sybil. Good to go.
Something you'd be in. And the music slowly gets more and more distorted, and cheerleaders. And creeps. Well, the last thing I need right now is for her to be bloody invincible, isn't it? Oh good, she's not. Let's try this. Get closer, get closer. And wait for them to come to you, because going to them isn't worth it. Window. And up, and she's got 1,200. Because if she moves herself away from me while I'm trying to hit her, that makes my life a whole lot easier. Is that it?
She's finished.
Sybil, 50 health. And these are just cells. They don't mean anything. You okay? Well, that was dark. I don't want to do this, but...
Bye, Sybil. Her trace.
Disposition, meticulous, processed, 0%.
Hello again, Sybil. Your camarada friends. I want you to tell us where they are. Do you understand? Sybil's trace.
Transformative, auspicious. Call a friend to the user. Plan friend's actions with turn. You function. How? That's the only one we get for this. But it's the ability of Miss Rise. Oh, and Authenticator. Enter backdoor permission. Reveals back doors. Select permission, step 2 of 2.
We got our lead. We're going downtown. The process will be waiting for us.
Yeah, you probably could if you wanted to. If you need any like particular scenes or something, I'd be happy to just wander around at a blank save and
Let's check
find
the dock. You never know.
places for you to do things with this, because I've got a bunch of screenshots just from all over. So, Sybil's gone. The soundtrack is beautiful. Microphone, songs amplified, 2,496.
The empty set. It's close for good, isn't it?
The music currently playing is in circles. And I can't help. But there's a dock down here. And it's over like that.
With any luck.
And we can't install that because it would overload the current maximum amount we're allowed. Let's take a look at her profile.
Sybil Rise. Life of the party. She was bad news from the first.
Supervision, organisation, reason cited, I love people. We haven't unlocked any of her story yet, but it's upgrades. And this is all the upgrades you can do with friend being helpful. These are all the buffs for it. But let's say I wanted to put friend on. I know what friend would do on Breach. Let's see what friend would do on Jaunt. What's friend do to Jaunt? Jaunt will leave behind a user copy. Interesting. Bounce is obvious. Load? What's load?
They got that loudmouth Tennigan. Figured he retired.
Wave Tennigan. Big ideas, that's why. Load will form package with a 50% chance of preventing things from spawning. Okay. That's all the, like, obscure ones, because I'm guessing most of these just are all prevent stealth from spawning. Let's see how that works.
Hey,
It's a... I think it's a personal water cruiser, PWC. Border layer type 8.
you'll be back someday.
And I'm going to end it here because it's not exactly late here, but it's late enough I should be asleep.
Camerata. Sybil was their eyes and ears. Got close to you. To us. They were hunting people. Don't know for what. But I bet I know who does. I'm gonna ask him why. And I have this feeling he's gonna let us know.
And once the monologue here finishes, I'm going to end the game because it's not exactly late here, but it's time enough I should be in bed and the game is saved.
Close as the river's gonna take us.
But no, the soundtrack for this game is beautiful. But no, so that's as far as I'm taking you today. There's going to be a tomorrow. Might not be tomorrow, but there's going to be a tomorrow, and there's going to be a day after that tomorrow, and there's going to then be a weekend, and fun stuff, and, you know, so I'm going to end this here, and if you, and then decide, if you do want to draw a fan art of this, I am more than happy to provide screenshots and footage and whatever, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure the soundtrack is on YouTube if you want to listen to that for any inspiration, but no, so, I suppose. Good night, Internet. I'll see you again tomorrow, he says.